Hello, beautiful people. It's Mineral Monday. And we have Kunzite. Oh, let me flip it. So, backstory behind Kunzite. When I first learned Reiki 2, I received a Kunzite from my Reiki 2 teacher in Florida. Her name is Jolie. She's amazing. But when I moved to Colorado, I met another teacher, Patty. And that December, living in Colorado, she's like, we're gonna do a giveaway ceremony. And I'm like, what's that? She's like, you have to give away something that is so meaningful to you that it's gonna break your heart to give it up. And so immediately I get the intuitive message to give up that kunzite, and from my Reiki teacher. It's the most beautiful crystal that I've ever received, ever gotten. It's like this, but it's polished and it's clear, so you can see straight through it. But on the other side, you can see pink going straight through it, and it's like super magical because you see clear and then all of a sudden you see pink. It's just, how does it do that? But anyways, so I had to give up that kunzite, and still kind of bums me out. So when I went to Florida back in December of last year, end of 2020, I saw my teacher, Jolie, and she's like, oh, do you still have the kunzite? I'm like, no, sorry, I had to give it up. And it was a sacred ceremony, I swear. It was just, I was like, just making her understand that I just didn't give it up for no reason. And she's like, oh, no problem. And then she gives me this guy. Oof. So kunzite is the stone of emotion. And when I first started meditating with it, I could feel my heartbeat in this stone. And it was like this mutual exchange, like, I'm gonna beat my heart, it's gonna beat its heart. And it was kind of just this weird exchange. It was very loving, and I couldn't just help but smile. It was just pure joy that was emanating from my body. And I was asking the crystal, is there anything else you can show me? Because all I keep kind of going to is just joy, and kind of going in my mind to see what's stopping me from experiencing joy. Then it turned into joy. So if you are in like a rough place right now in life, this stone really will help transmute those emotions into joy, no matter what you're feeling. It could be anger, it could be shame, it could be guilt, it could be jealousy, it could be anything lower vibration, fear. Any of those lower vibrational emotions is going to transmute that into a higher emotion of joy. So it's going to really work with your mind and your heart, connecting the two so that you can see how your mind plays into your emotions, and then how your emotions kind of rule the day. Like, they just rule over everything. Like, if you see that you're just experiencing this emotion and you turn into that emotion without really thinking, this stone's going to help balance that. And I mean, shit, if you feel a little low, pick up a piece of kunzite and transmute that into joy. This is like the joy stone. As you can tell, I have a big smile on my face because I'm just so in awe with this beautiful stone. And going back to that other piece of kunzite that I got, that I had to give up, I lost it 3 different times. One time I was learning a different healing modality, and I walked home from the space because it was walkable, and I thought I lost it along the way. So I went back and retraced my steps, couldn't find it. So, I'm like, I gotta just detach from this because it's not healthy. I mean, I fucking love that stone, and I have to let it go. So the next day of training, it's sitting on the massage table, just shining and ready for me. And it kept coming back like the 3 times that I did lose it, and then finally I had to give it up, and which made me get this guy. So, little backstory, little information, you know, it's always fun. So check this out, Kunzite. See you all next week.